Hey, Tony Gas is here. It's one thing that I'm learning is trusting every step and every step of the way. A lot of times we look too far ahead and we get too caught up in the minutia of life and we worry too much and we stress too much, but it's like everything works itself out if you just keep working. And all you can do is all you can do. Meaning, if you do everything in your power, you gotta rest in that. And you gotta be okay with that. You're gonna make mistakes. That's mistakes. You're gonna have missteps. As long as you get a lesson from it and you do everything you can to do different, then eventually life will change for the better. And you gotta trust it. You gotta be able to walk by faith. You gotta be able to believe that in a moment's notice, a breakthrough is gonna come. I'm always reminded of that story in the Bible where they was out and they were fishing and they hadn't caught anything. And then Jesus got out there on the boat with them and he said, cast the net on the right side of the boat. And they were like, what do you mean? What is that gonna do? Like, we in the same body of water. If it's fish on that side of the boat, then it'll be fish on this side of the boat. Like, we've been out here all day. We ain't caught nothing. Like, this what we do. Like, you a carpenter. I don't know if they said all of that, but you know what I mean. And so they decided, what do we have to lose? And they cast the net on the right side of the boat. And as the story goes, it was so many fish hopped in that net that they couldn't even pull it up into the boat. They just had to ride back with it floating in the water. And that just always reminds me of how in a nick of time, sometimes one action, one decision, one thing you do differently, fourth quarter, fourth down, 4 seconds left to go, 40-yard line, down by 4, and just one last opportunity, and you win the game. You get a touchdown that you didn't see coming. Out of nowhere, you don't know how, you don't know why. You just executed. You just did what you knew to do, and it worked out. When you take one step, he takes 10. And it's in those moments, in those times, and I've learned to love it. I've learned to embrace the struggle, embrace the grind, embrace the low times, the tough times. I've learned to get a lesson in every season. Get a lesson in the rain. Get a lesson in the snow. Get a lesson in the tornado. Get a lesson in the hurricane. Get a lesson in the sunshine. Everything you go through, everything you experience, get a lesson from it. And at the end of the day, if you could do this, you have everything that you need. And once you understand that, you stop worrying and you start working and you execute on top of execution, on top of execution, knowing that everything that's for you will be yours. And can't nobody stop what God has for you. If you don't get nothing else from me, get that.